In 218 BC, Hannibal Barca embarked on one of history's most audacious military campaigns, crossing the formidable Alps with an army and war elephants. Rome, the undisputed superpower of the Mediterranean, felt secure, protected by its powerful navy and the seemingly impassable Alps. No one believed an army, let alone one with 37 war elephants, could traverse such a treacherous mountain range. It was considered a logistical impossibility. Hannibal, however, was precisely that audacious, conceiving what would become the greatest gamble in military history. He couldn't sail to Italy due to Rome's naval dominance, nor could he take the expected coastal route where Roman legions lay in wait. Hannibal understood that to defeat a superpower, he had to break their spirit by achieving the impossible, bringing the war directly to their doorstep. This wasn't merely a plan. It was the only desperate, high-stakes strategy to deliver a knockout punch. The logistics were staggering, moving over 50,000 infantry, 9,000 cavalry, thousands of pack animals, and 37 African war elephants. Feeding this colossal force required over 100 tons of food daily, with each elephant consuming up to 300 pounds of fodder. In the high Alps, foraging was impossible. The army was on a clock, facing starvation from the moment they began their ascent. Hannibal's true adversary initially wasn't Rome, but the mountain itself, with goat tracks barely wide enough for a single man, let alone a war elephant. Mountain tribes, like the Allobroges, ambushed the exhausted column, using guerrilla tactics and raining boulders down, creating bloody chaos. Amidst the panic, Hannibal's elephants, his greatest logistical burden, became saviors, terrifying the tribesmen, allowing the army to push forward. As they climbed higher, the air thinned, and a brutal late autumn blizzard transformed the march into a polar expedition. Men slipped on black ice, horses tumbled into crevasses, and the African elephants, unsuited for the cold, struggled, and many perished. After 9 days in this frozen hell, the army, broken and on the verge of mutiny, halted, believing they would die on the mountain. From a high promontory, Hannibal pointed as the clouds parted, revealing a sliver of green and gold, the sunlit Pa Valley, Italy. He rallied his men, declaring, "You are now climbing over the walls, not just of Italy, but of Rome itself. The rest of the journey is downhill." Though a lie, it was the hope they needed. The army moved, enduring an even more treacherous descent that claimed thousands more. After 15 days of unimaginable hell, the remnants of Hannibal's army stumbled into Italy, but at a devastating cost. He lost almost half his infantry, from 50,000 to 26,000, and his cavalry from 9,000 to 4,000. Of the 37 elephants that began the climb, only a handful survived this logistical nightmare. To the 25,000 men and 30 elephants lost, it wasn't worth it, but to Hannibal, it absolutely was. He had achieved the impossible, breaking Rome's impassable barrier and throwing the city into pure panic. Hannibal had rolled the dice on history's greatest gamble and won, setting the stage for the real war to begin. Hannibal's campaign in Italy became legendary, culminating in battles still studied today. For more epic gambles, subscribe and hit that bell button.